good day. Is it good to have a karmic relationship? Neither this nor that. They are as they are. They are neither positive nor negative, they are just objective. There are many proverbs about karma, despite they are not always ritually called in a karmic way. But you reap what you sow, for example, or what you harvest what you sow. Which proverb is also popular not only in Western countries but in Chinese culture, for example. What goes around comes around, or do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's a biblical concept spoken by Jesus, which is very well known in Western countries. But let's make it more complicated. Let me introduce Mr. Mark Woolen, author of very good book It Didn't Start With You, which explains the process of transferring traumatic experiences from one generation to another. So when an individual experiences trauma, their body may adapt by adjusting gene expression. And some of these changes can be passed on to their children as a kind of warning. And it takes shape of inherited nodes. However, these changes are not definite, but rather adaptable and can be rewritten by our own life experiences and actions. It means we may influence it by what we do. We don't have to follow traumatic experiences of our ancestors. What they have done in 90s. So it's not some esoteric knowledge, but it has been proven by laboratory experiments with rats. They have been treated with electric current, and in the same time they were able to smell specific smell sprayed from some liquid. So the rats quickly recognized that being electrocuted by current is linked with the smell. So, and they left one generation to live peacefully. I mean the second generation with no any treatment, and then third generation was checked by spraying the same liquid as it was done for generation of grandparents, and only this smell caused the rats to raise their level of cortisol. They got stressed because they knew that something wrong is coming, something danger, but they didn't know what exactly. The same comes with people. I mean, traumatic experiences is literally imprinted in our DNA. And what is interesting that for decades, since DNA has been discovered, which was not so long time ago actually, but the science thought that DNA in majority includes some not required, not needed information. It was called like a trash DNA. And only a couple of percent is responsible for passing such features like color of eyes or hair and skin and so on. While actually it is not true, it might be even less than a couple of percent, and the rest is responsible for absorbing an information provided by radiation, so and also by the sound. So that's why our affirmations are so important. when we implement them into our life. And each generation of human species lasts longer than rats, so we have to wait a little bit longer to check effects. While with rats we can test it quite immediately. Okay, so till now I have been talking about family trauma, but I want to touch karmic relationship. So if anybody got any problems during the childhood, like here we come with example based on money wound investigation. I come from so-called happy money surrounding, and money wounds is some trauma related to money which we have received during our childhood. So there is a person, adult person, lady, who has problems with money. She carries fear of losing money somehow. Anytime you have any problem in life, you cannot overcome some obstacles, there is some repetitive problem coming back to you, it means that there are some money wounds involved. So as long as you go to your childhood using, for example, hypnosis, regression, or any other therapeutic method, you may learn what's the reason. There could be one particular very strong traumatic experience, or there may be series of circumstances, beliefs which young kid has absorbed and learned. But what was before? Why such a young person had to experience these conditions? There's always a reason. Always a reason. There must be simply karmic reason before. So this person could be completely another person in previous life and collected the need of experiencing fear of losing money. Because maybe this person was responsible for stealing some money from someone else, or simple, or opposite actually. This person could lose or this person money, and this traumatic experience has been passed not from generation to generation, but from one incarnation to another incarnation. So I have created such a theoretic example of one family consisting of this small girl here, and her mother, number 2, and father, number 3. And for some reasons, we don't know yet why, this person is experiencing some traumas related to money and lack of love from her parents. These two curtains symbolize previous incarnations of our character number 1. Let's check what could be there. Person number 1 in previous incarnation was male, and this person had a brother, and these two siblings didn't have a very good relation at that time. Actually, person number 1 was not so humble, not so nice to person number 2, and over time, when they got the inheritance from their parents, brother number 1 has stolen everything for himself. Brother number 2 didn't want to fight and gave up. So actually this person kind of stolen energy from person number 2. The incarnation has finished. The person number 2 died first, with the belief that when they meet next time, they should compensate the transfer of energy and move it backwards. So this person is incarnating now as a mother of the person. So she is not willing to spend money on her daughter anymore, like it was here. Okay. Now we go to another incarnation of the same group of souls. Person number 1 again, and person number 3. They are marriage couple. He fall in love in her completely. He is honest. He's a, let's call it, good person, while the lady is not so nice. She is cheating on him, so they divorced. He wanted to give her a chance, but she didn't want. She left him, and he died because of that, because he could not forgive her for a long time. So he died earlier, like 20-25 years before she did. And they are meeting again in this new constellation here. Wave genetics is able to prove now that DNA is reading information sent in a radiation form, which means that this information, which is written in the space all around, from this incarnation and from that incarnation, it is absorbed into DNA of this young person. That's one thing. Another thing is that parents have their own DNA, and they read the same information from the space, from here and from here. But not only. To get it more complicated and more efficient karmic lesson, parents come from families with their own lack of love trauma. Let's say that this person is born in a family where they were not able to show how to love kids. So the father is not simply able to transfer love to his daughter because he has never been learned how to love and how to be loved. While the mother was born in a family of poor people with low resources, no money. Her grandparents lost their house during the war, and they really lived in a poverty. So all together creates very complicated but actually perfect way to learn for this young lady. But unfortunately, our characters do not know anything about karma, anything about past lives, DNA, any scientific proofs which are already available, etc. So parents even do not feel they hurt their child. She may, because of her karmic reason to compensate, she subconsciously may behave in such a way so they treat her even worse. She may say some rude words towards them. She may not like to learn in school. She may steal some money from their wallets, and so on and so on. So they tend to impose some punishment to her, and the relation gets more difficult and more difficult. So over time, she becomes an adult person with fear of losing money, or she's convinced that she's not that does not attract money, she does not deserve money, and also she does not deserve love from anyone. Perfect occasion to start therapy. As you may see, it is sometimes awfully terrible how people need to learn the way they have to learn what the love is. This is what we have done to ourselves coming to this planet. That was our choice, independent choice. But when we succeed, then we really created a huge step forward when it comes to our self-development, spiritual self-development. Thank you for watching. Expect next episodes every new moon and every full moon, and see you often.